I think as time goes on, you're going to see a lot of these workers that are severely underpaid and working astronomical hours are going to turn on these corporations. And they have been doing a lot of things and underpaying employees and raking in all of these huge revenues like Amazon. When you look at what Amazon is making, there is no excuse for them to be poorly paying any employees. So, ladies and gentlemen, some of the Amazon workers are planning a strike on one of its busy, it's Prime Day, okay? And they're going to be giving all kinds of discounts on July 15th. So if you don't know what Prime Day is, that's what it is. And they do this over a 48-hour period. You can get some really good deals on the 15th of July. So this came out in Business Insider, July 9th, 2019. Amazon workers are planning a strike for one of its busiest shopping days of the year. Some Amazon workers are planning to strike during one of the busiest company shopping days, and that is the 15th of July. According to a new report from Bloomberg, employees at the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Chicopee, Minnesota, plan to strike for 6 hours on July 15th, the first day of Amazon's annual Prime Day sales bonanza. This year's sales are scheduled to stretch over a 48-hour period. Amazon is going to be telling one story about itself, which they can ship a Kindle to your house in one day. Isn't that wonderful? William Stoltz, one of the Shakopee employees organizing the strike, told Bloomberg. He continued, "We want to take the opportunity to talk about what it takes to make that work happen and put pressure on Amazon to protect us and provide safe, reliable jobs." A representative for Amazon did not immediately respond to Business Insider's request for comment. Amazon has come under increased scrutiny for the working conditions at its warehouses as employees race to meet the e-commerce giant promises for speedy shipping, especially during the holidays and other busy shipping periods. It has provoked worker protests in the past. Last year, over Black Friday, thousands of workers across Europe protested against working conditions. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I heard the same thing here. There is a warehouse probably like a half hour away from where I live. There's an Amazon warehouse. I know where a couple of them are. And I've even had people that work there tell me, "Oh no, don't come and work here. It's not a good situation. Don't come work here." So I'm not surprised. But ladies and gentlemen, just a week ago, I read an article on China. Many of the workers in China are rising up and fighting back. They said the work conditions are poor. They make them work from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, 6 days a week. And they said there's very little time for family. And many of those workers in China are upset. See, they shipped all of those jobs over to China, and now the workers are starting to rise up and complain about all the hours and no time for family or to do other things they need to do in their lives, and they don't like it. So I am telling you, you're going to see in the near future a lot of places, corporate giants, that are going to have more and more people rise up against the conditions that they're in, including here in the US. And it's not only warehouse workers who are taking action. According to Bloomberg, white-collar workers are joining the Minnesota protests to fight for more workers. to be taken from temporary to permanent positions. We're both fighting for a livable future. Weston Fribley, an Amazon software engineer from Seattle who plans to travel to Minnesota for the protest, told Bloomberg. Amazon Minnesota warehouses have been the focus of worker activism in recent months. In May, 3 women from a Minnesota warehouse filed a federal complaint against Amazon, alleging that they face racial and religious discrimination while working there and calling for an investigation. In the complaint, they said they feared taking time off to pray, fast, or go to the bathroom. Damn. Y'all, you want to hear something crazy? We have UPS workers, and when they're out driving around, I was reading an article, and I'm not kidding y'all. This probably was like 5 years ago. They are timed at how long they have to be at each stop when they're dropping off packages. They said it's so bad, they're scrutinized so bad on how much time they spend delivering packages. Many of them have resorted to wearing adult diapers, y'all. So they don't take any breaks. They just deliver all these packages. And they get spot checked constantly when they're out driving and delivering packages. They're spot checked. I mean, that's how much pressure they put on them when they're out there driving around. I think that's ridiculous. And many of these jobs are like that. You would be shocked. They said white workers were promoted over East African and Muslim Somali workers and given better jobs. An Amazon spokesman declined to comment on specifics of the complaint, but said diversity and inclusion were central to our business and company culture, and workers could pray whenever they choose, he added. Pray breaks, less than 20 minutes, are paid, and associates are welcome to request an unpaid prayer break for over 20 minutes, for which productivity expectations would be adjusted. Well, the workers are saying that's not the case. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, I even noticed this years ago when I was in corporate America. It seemed like the bigger the corporate giant, the worse the conditions were, the worse the working conditions were, you know, and people found it unbearable. So Amazon actually is one of many out here. They really are. You know, you will find many corporate offices like this. And like I said, I saw that article from China and I was like, wow, you know, but I can kind of see how it's happening there. They got so many jobs shipped into them from the US. And I heard it's not just the US, other countries also ship their work to China. And yeah, at some point in time, you're going to be overwhelmed. I tell you what, I would never want to work from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, 6 days a week, and only one day off. That sucks. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. But as far as the discrimination part, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised about that at all. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.